Cars so unique, so innovative, they almost never saw the light of day. These are the vehicles that pushed boundaries, dazzled at auto shows, and then vanished, leaving behind whispers of their existence. So here are three most secret cars, and starting from the 1953 Ford X100, initially known as the Continental 195X, was part of Ford's plan to take on General Motors and other car companies when it came to dream cars or concept cars. These vehicles were made to push the boundaries of what was possible in car design and technology, giving people a look at what cars might be like in the future. The advanced design team at Ford, which included well-known designers like Joe Oros, John Najjar, and Elwood Engel, was in charge of the X100 project. They wanted to create a vehicle that would not only celebrate Ford's 50th anniversary, but also show how dedicated the company was to being a leader in car innovation. Ford decided to create the X100 because of how well GM's Motorama cars did. Those cars got people excited about the future with their advanced designs and features. The X100 was supposed to do the same thing, showing off new technologies and design ideas that might eventually be used in cars people could actually buy. The X100 was also a response to the growing space race and how fascinated people were with technology and innovation. By including design elements inspired by the space age and advanced features, Ford wanted to show that it was at the forefront of car innovation and get people excited about what was possible. The X100's design was a bold statement of what luxury and technology could look like in the future. It was built on a 1952 Lincoln frame and was over 220 inches long and 81 inches wide, making it really stand out on the road. The outside of the car had dramatic styling, like tail lamps that looked like jet exhausts. These would later inspire the design of the 1961-63 Ford Thunderbird. The smooth aerodynamic lines of the X100 were combined with a clear plexiglass half roof that could automatically retract based on the weather, using a rain sensor and electric motor. Inside, the X100 was packed with over 50 advanced features that made it a true marvel of innovation. The dashboard was designed to look like the controls of a multi-engine plane, with gauges clustered around the driver and a row of controls that included a built-in telephone, dictaphone, and electric shaver. The car also had heated seats, a built-in hydraulic jack system to make changing tires easy, and experimental Firestone radial tires. The X100's Lincoln V8 engine was improved to make 300 horsepower, which was a big increase achieved through traditional hot rod techniques. These included free-flowing exhaust manifolds and a unique setup with 5 carburetors called multiplex. Once it was finished, the X100 went on a big promotional tour, showing off its futuristic features and design to people all over the world. The car was first shown in January 1952 as a full-sized model made of fiberglass and plaster. By June 1953, the working version was introduced on a national television show celebrating Ford's 50th anniversary. Henry Ford II then drove the X100 on Ford's test track at speeds up to 90 miles per hour and used it for his daily trips around Dearborn. The X100's promotional tour included stops at various car shows in the United States and Europe, where it generated a lot of interest from the public and media coverage. The car even made a quick appearance in the 1954 movie A Woman's World, starring Lauren Bacall and Fred MacMurray. As the car traveled from city to city, it showed people Ford's vision for the future of car design and technology. Even though many of its features were new and different, the X100's influence could be seen in later Ford models, especially in the 1961-63 Thunderbird. By using design elements from the X100, Ford was able to combine futuristic ideas with practical production models. The Ford X100's journey ended at the Henry Ford Museum in Dearborn, Michigan, where it was donated in 1958. Today, it's still part of the museum's collection and sometimes loaned out for special events like the Pebble Beach or Meadowbrook Concours. With over 33,000 miles on its odometer, the X100 is a piece of history that shows Ford's ambitious vision for the future of car design. The car is displayed as a symbol of the company's innovative spirit and its dedication to pushing the limits of what was possible in the car industry. The Chevrolet Corvette XP-882 was a groundbreaking concept car born from the relentless pursuit of Zora Arkus-Duntov, the renowned father of the Corvette. Duntov had long dreamed of creating a mid-engine Corvette, a vision he had been chasing since the early 1960s. His earlier work on the CERV, Chevrolet Engineering Research Vehicle, laid the foundation for exploring mid-engine layouts and cutting-edge technologies like independent rear suspension. By placing the engine in the middle of the car, Duntov aimed to achieve better weight distribution and improved handling, which were essential for delivering top-notch performance. The XP-882 was designed to take on the growing competition from European car makers like Ferrari and Lamborghini, who were already making waves with their mid-engine sports cars. Duntov wanted to elevate the Corvette's status and performance to match these exotic rivals. The XP-882 showcased advanced engineering and design. Its most eye-catching feature was the massive 454 cubic inch V8 engine mounted sideways, coupled with a modified Oldsmobile Toronado transmission. This setup was all about optimizing weight distribution and lowering the car's center of gravity, which would lead to better handling and stability. The mid-engine layout also allowed for a more compact design compared to front-engine models, significantly reducing the car's overall length and width. The XP-882's lightweight construction was another highlight, bringing the car's weight down to around 2,595 pounds. This was achieved through clever use of materials and innovative design techniques. The car's shape was influenced by the aerodynamics of racing cars from that time. However, the XP-882 did face some engineering hurdles, especially with the heavy transaxle system, which added a lot of weight and complexity. These challenges showed just how ambitious the project was and the technological obstacles that had to be overcome. Several factors drove the creation of the XP-882. First and foremost, it was Duntov's long-held dream to build a mid-engine Corvette that could compete with the world's best sports cars. By moving the engine to the middle, Duntov wanted to boost the Corvette's handling and performance, which were critical for a high-performance machine. This change in engine placement was seen as crucial for achieving better weight distribution and overall vehicle dynamics. Externally, Chevrolet was feeling the heat from competitors. When Ford announced the De Tomaso Pantera, an Italian-designed mid-engine sports car, it highlighted the need for Chevrolet to step up its game. Internally, the XP-882 project was also a response to keep the Corvette relevant and prestigious within General Motors' lineup and against rising international competitors. The XP-882 was meant to showcase Chevrolet's engineering prowess and dedication to pushing the limits of automotive design. Despite its innovative design and engineering, XP-882 project encountered numerous challenges that ultimately led to its cancellation. While the mid-engine layout offered potential performance benefits, it also introduced significant complexity and cost. The transaxle system, a key part of the mid-engine design, was heavy and difficult to manage. These issues made the car impractical for mass production, especially in a price-sensitive market. John DeLorean, who was Chevrolet's general manager at the time, made the final call to cancel the project. DeLorean pointed to the impracticality and high costs of developing the XP-882 as the main reasons for pulling the plug. This decision was made even though the XP-882 showed promise and generated buzz within the company and among car enthusiasts. The project's cancellation highlighted the tension between innovative engineering and practical, market-driven decision-making in the auto industry. Now, the exact fate of the XP-882 is a bit of a mystery. Initially, 2 prototypes were built, but only one is known for sure to have survived beyond the early development stages. This prototype was later rebranded and evolved into the XP-895, also known as the Aerovette. The Aerovette was displayed at the 1973 New York Auto Show, and continued to embody the mid-engine Corvette dream, though it too was eventually shelved due to cost and practicality concerns. It's not entirely clear what happened to the surviving XP-882 prototype. Some sources suggest it may have been destroyed or lost, while others hint that it might still exist somewhere, possibly in private collections or hidden away in GM's archives. Regardless, the legacy this lives on in the modern Corvette C8, which finally brought the mid-engine design that Duntov envisioned decades earlier to life. This connection highlights the lasting influence of the XP-882 on Corvette's evolution and its place in automotive history. The lessons learned from the XP-882 weren't wasted. They played a vital role in the development of later Corvette prototypes and ultimately the Corvette C8, which debuted in 2020 as the first production mid-engine Corvette. This modern version finally made Duntov's dream a reality, proving the viability and performance benefits of a mid-engine layout. Its story is a testament to the power of vision and persistence in automotive innovation, and its influence can be seen in every mid-engine Corvette that follows. The 1956 Mercury XM Turnpike Cruiser was one of the coolest concept cars of the 1950s. This amazing car was dreamed up by a super talented team led by John Najjar. Back in 1954, Najjar first had the idea for the car, which he called the Mandalay. The Mandalay's crazy futuristic look got the attention of Ford executive Jack Reith, who was known for loving bold car designs. Reith, who was one of the original Whiz Kids, pushed for the concept to be developed even more. This led to some of the best designers around like Elwood Engel, Gene Bordenat, Don De La Rosa, and Larry Shinoda getting involved. The XM Turnpike Cruiser's design was heavily inspired by the space travel and science fiction craze of the time. You can see this in the car's wild features, like the see-through roof panels that could go up and down for both the driver and passengers, and the electric rear window. The car also had a one-of-a-kind butterfly top that made it look even more unique. The XM Turnpike Cruiser was built by Ghia, a famous Italian car bodymaker known for its incredible work. But all that quality came at a big price, $80,000 to be exact. That's how much Mercury believed in this project. They saw it as a full-scale, fully working car styling lab. Under the hood, the car had a powerful 312 cubic inch Y-block V8 engine with two 4-barrel carburetors. Inside, the car was just as impressive, with 4 bucket seats covered in two-tone leather and a dashboard with the speedometer and other gauges in torpedo-like pods. Mercury's main goal with the XM Turnpike Cruiser was to show off its crazy cool vision for the future of cars. By using wild features and a futuristic style, Mercury wanted to push the limits of what was possible in car design. The concept car was a way to test new technologies and design ideas that would later show up in cars people could actually buy. With its low height of just 52.4 inches, sleek body, and cutting-edge features, the XM Turnpike Cruiser was meant to wow people and set new standards in car design. The XM Turnpike Cruiser made its big debut at the 1956 Chicago Auto Show, where it was a huge hit. Mercury even made a special see-through trailer to move the car around to different auto shows and events at car dealerships across the country. This trailer also turned into a stage for open-air showings, which made the car stand out even more. Even though the XM Turnpike Cruiser was a big success at auto shows, its impact on cars that Mercury actually made and sold was kind of a mixed bag. The 1957 to 1959 Mercury cars used a lot of the concept car's styling ideas, like the unique taillights and overall futuristic look. But these cars didn't sell as well as Mercury hoped, and the Turnpike Cruiser was canceled after just 2 years. The regular production Turnpike Cruiser, which was the top-of-the-line Mercury model, had tons of gadgets and new features. But even with its advanced design, it had a hard time selling. It just didn't click with a wide range of buyers. This gap between how well the show car did and how poorly the production car sold shows how tricky it can be to turn a wild concept design into something that appeals to lots of people. After its time in the spotlight, the 1956 XM Turnpike Cruiser went through a rough patch. It was abandoned in a Ford parking lot until 1958, when Jim White, a vice president at Dearborn Tube and Steel, bought it for only $300. Over the years, the car had several owners and went through multiple restoration attempts that were never finished. Sadly, it was damaged by vandals, left out in bad weather, and generally neglected, which left it in pretty bad shape. But things started looking up for the car in 2018 when Tom Maruska, a well-known Ford restorer famous for his careful work on classic cars, bought it. Maruska started a complete restoration of the XM Turnpike Cruiser with the goal of bringing it back to its original glory. This restoration is tough because of the car's unique design and all the damage it's taken over the years. But with Maruska's skills and hard work, there's hope that the XM Turnpike Cruiser will shine once again as an amazing example of 1950s car innovation. From what we know now, the XM Turnpike Cruiser is still being restored, and Maruska is keeping a record of the process and sharing updates with everyone. This restoration doesn't just save an important piece of car history, but it also lets car lovers and historians appreciate the groundbreaking design and technological advances of the time. The story of the XM Turnpike Cruiser reminds us of the bold vision and creativity that drove the car industry in the mid-20th century. By preserving this car, we're making sure that its legacy will keep inspiring people for generations to come.